If you know me, you know that I love Lady Gaga. So I have took it upon myself to recreate one of I feel like her most iconic makeup looks. This obviously being the makeup from the telephone music video. I don't quite know how well you can see that, but you can kind of see it, I guess. Um, so I think I am going to pop a wig cap on, block my brows, then I'll be back. Okay, so I have just finished blocking my brows, just need to take the excess powder off. I'm gonna give it a minute to like set and bake. So for this look, I don't think I want to go overly drag. Because it's Gaga. She kind of is a bit like draggy already, if that makes sense. And I feel like this look has some elements of drag. Like, I think it's like the massive eyeliner and maybe the huge, like brow, like the brow that goes off to the side. Obviously, I'll get a photo up and show you. But I am going to finish the brows, and then I think I'll pop foundation on my whole face because that'll be a bit repetitive for you to see. So, I'm gonna skip that part, then I'll be back. So, yeah, I've covered my whole face with foundation because I've started to do like my base at once, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, I guess we're gonna contour now. So I don't want to copy Gaga's face. Like, yeah, I'm copying her lip and eyes and brows, but I'm not copying her face. Like, you get some people who copy or use makeup to be exactly look like the other person. That's not what I'm trying to do because that takes a minute or two. Um, but yeah, so I am just going to kind of do where I would normally put my contour and concealer. Okay, so if you can hear heavy breathing, it's my dog. It's like there. Um, so yeah, this is the very boring process of contouring. And also, I am copying like the key parts, and I don't really think the contour is like a massive like key part, if that makes sense. Like I think like basically if the base isn't right, no one's really gonna know, are they? Like, oh my god, you don't look like Lady Gaga. Well, okay, Sherlock, like I'm not her, if that makes sense. Like, so yeah, that is why I'm not really copying her face structure. I'm enhancing my own. So, because I'm being really nice, I'm not going to make you watch me blend this out. Okay, so the contour is very loosely blended, as you may be able to tell. But that's fine because we're now going to go in with concealer and make the, like, oh my god, I forgot. I always, like, forget to do my nose. Bear with, okay, I am going to do that on camera because, like, it's one bit. So, normally I'll make my nose, like, snatched. But I'm not going to because um I'm copying Gaga's and her nose wasn't snatched for this look, so neither's mine. But as long as it's like smaller, you know? And also I'm gonna go and use powder over it. Like, don't worry if because it all looks a bit light, I'm using powder after. Right, so I'm taking basically a white concealer and just popping it where the highlights are going to be. So my forehead. Oh my god. The under eye or like in a corner. Gonna take that straight down. Then the tip of my nose and like kind of halfway up the bridge. because I want to make that pop. Oh my god. And then kind of snatch up here. Same here. Then also like the inner of my jaw. Like the outer corner. Right, so that is it for the white concealer. Now I'm going to take a shade darker, if I can ever find it. I've got like 6 at this point. And I'm just going to kind of surround the areas with the light concealer, because having like a shade in the middle will help like a lot. So there we go. We're just gonna help carve the jaw. And then this bit. And lastly, here. Right, like I did for the contour, I'm going to stop and blend this out. Okay, so with all of the creams done, I'm now going to basically move on to the powder. Bear with, just throwing out some setting powder. That's a bit too much. Yeah, so basically, I am going to set the highlights first. Or like, set where I need the lightest bits to be. And then just kind of work like to the other creams and, oh my god, powders, the other powders. And yeah, right, words just aren't wording right now. So I am just heavily basically popping all of the powder on, because I think Gaga in this look is fairly pale. Like, she hasn't got much of a glow except for the contour. So I am just trying to like do that as well. So I think if I just pop these on and leave them, it should hopefully turn out the same. And also it would set and like make it easier if there's any fallout. So now I think that the setting powder is done. I am now going to use a bronzer to set the contours and really make them like bold and what I need. So yeah, I'm going to start with my nose, and I really don't know how this is going to turn out, but slowly and surely will help. I don't hate that. Like, I just blend it. Okay, I'm not mad. Okay, I don't hate that, you know? Like, I've got to make it a bit more even. I don't hate that. I kind of like it. So, now I'm going to do my jaws, or cheeks. I'm going to really start with the corner and kind of just smoke it out, because the place where you first put the brush is going to be where it's the most heavy. And I want it to kind of be smoked out, if that makes sense. So yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to do the same here. They're not really even, but it's fine. Then the jaw. Okay. Then lastly, my forehead. I like cream contouring my forehead because it's kind of quick. But I hate powdering it because it's just long. That actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. So I'm not that mad. Right, now I'm just going to use some powdered foundation. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. So, the powder is basically just gonna help kind of blend everything and make it more seamless. So, like, you can already kind of see it, but it's actually, like, helping a lot. Like, I don't know how well you can see, but it's actually, like, looking kind of good. Which I'm shook about. Okay, I'm not mad, you know? Like, I've looked worse. Um, I don't think I'm actually gonna do any blush because I don't think Gaga has any. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, it doesn't look like she has. Or if she has, it's in the contour. And I think I'm gonna skip blush. Okay, now for the bit I'm a little bit scared for, the brows. So, looking at the photo, Gaga's, I think, start where hers naturally do. My god, what was that? I don't know. Oh, anyway. Okay, I'm just gonna pat from here and just like slowly slope up to where my brow arch. I don't think that's bad, you know? Now I need to copy it. I'm going to show you this eye, then when I copy it, I'm going to pause the video and come back. Okay, now I've done this eye, I think I slightly want to make it lower, like here. Okay, it's like working. Then I want to kind of make the stub like relatively even. Okay, and then go up, kind of parallel to each other. Then I can just start, like, I kind of need it to be pointier. Okay, okay. Same here. This is really stressful. Like, I literally haven't breathed. Okay, I think we're getting there. Like, I think we are getting there. Like, they're not bad. Like, they're kind of related. I'll do the outline, then I'll fill them in off camera, just because I think you don't need to, like, really see that. Okay, now, I think we are kind of done with, like, this part, like, the actual brow. And then Gaga obviously has, like, that really long tail in this video. So, I'm gonna have to do that. But yeah. Right, so, I know I feel that one in, it's just like a bit of a force to habit. So, this tail, it kind of goes down then up. So I think I'm gonna make it like parallel or kind of like cross here. That isn't bad. Like, I can just neaten it up. But that isn't bad, you know? Now it's time to do the same here. I saw Queens the other day, and ever since, I think it's an Eminem song. They're like, straight guys, what's your favourite part of the drag show? And then this queen's like, my huge red tattoos. Talking about their boobs, because obviously they're fake. And yeah, had that in my head ever since. But we love. Fun fact, one of the queens from Queens actually follow me. And I was shook when they followed me. And then they pointed at me in the crowd. And I was shook that they pointed at me and they actually saw my reaction. I was like, oh! It was so funny. But yeah, love a little story time. Right, I think these brows are done. So, I think I'm gonna neaten them up off camera, then I'll be back. Okay, so the brows are there, and I've kind of decided that I'm just gonna leave them. Because, like, they're not bad. Yeah, they are missing this bit, but I can keep going and they may end up looking worse, where I don't think they look horrible right now, so gonna leave them at that. So now we're going to move down to the eye, like the actual eye, and Gaga has a smoky eye, so that's what I'm gonna do. I love that logic, you know? Gaga has it, so I'm gonna have it. Right, so I don't actually think I've ever done a smoky eye before, but it's fine. Time for everything. So, oh my god, I need to like position myself better. Okay, so I am scared. So, I'm gonna start with the inner corner, and I want this to be like kind of drag, but also not really bad drag. And when I do one thing on one eye, I'm gonna swap it and do it to the other, just so they're balanced. Okay, and I don't think this is that bad, you know? Like, okay, I don't have to lock the screen on my tablet, so it don't turn off. Okay, so then it kind of goes like down here and meets the like eye, like liner that's there, but not yet. So it's fine. Then I'm just gonna kind of blend this bit together. And okay, I don't think that's bad, you know? Like, I'm gonna go out and then kind of just like bring that in. I don't actually think that's that bad. I'm shook. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a shade that's slightly lighter. So I'm gonna use this one. And then just kind of blend out a little bit. Okay. Okay. That's a bit dark. Right. I'm just going to take some of the like cream and my dog's barking, bear with. Okay, so I finished the eye and I'm actually feeling good. Like, I wish it was a bit lighter, but also I'm kind of mixing like Mind Drag and Gaga. So I'm not that mad. You know, like, yeah. So I'm just taking some concealer and cutting the crease. Oh my god, okay. So the crease is cut. Now I'm just gonna blend it with my finger. And I do this because it like actually fits quite nicely. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do to kind of like help bring it like back and like blended, I'm going to take the same palette, same brush, and just kind of use a shade that's lighter but not like white, and just kind of blend over the middle. Okay, then I'm now going to take the really light peach shade, just kind of dab that over the crease, and then like start blending that in. There we go. I think that once the outfit is on, it will look better. But I don't hate it. Like, I can this is like definitely helping my makeup skills. you know, which is also important. So yeah, now I'm going to finish the eye with eyeliner. This part's a bit scary, to be honest. Oh my god. Okay, and yeah, it's a massive, massive wing. Oh my god, okay. So, it kind of goes to about here and about here. Right, I'm scared. So, okay. Now I need to do that backwards. Okay, that isn't that bad. So, now let's just take this and go up to here. I don't think this one is going to be as thick as Gaga. But it's fine, it's inspired. It's not a direct copy. Now I'm just going to fill it in. Okay, I'm going to actually finish this off camera. I'll be back. Okay, so the eye is done. And I don't think it's that bad. So, Gaga, while I'm here, I'm just going to do the beauty mark, which is like here. And I think that is good. Okay, so now time for the part I like the most, and it's the lip. So I kind of need a dark red and like a red. So I'm gonna pop this red in the middle. There we go. Oh my god, I'll be back. Sorry about that. There was a strange person outside. So back to the lip. I'm slightly going to overline my top lip too in the middle. Okay, and now I think I have a shade that's like perfect. So now I'm gonna take this, which is like a kind of dark purple, and just kind of how is that lighter? I'm a bit confused. I have like a dark lip too. Right. Okay. I'm gonna use this one because it is fairly dark, and just gonna kind of like. Oh my god. Right. I changed my mind. I'm just gonna use a lip gloss. So. uh, I think this lip gloss actually worked better too. Okay. And with that, I think the look is done. So I'm gonna pop a lash on, then I'll be back maybe with a wig. I don't know. The lighting's actually better. I don't think it's that bad, you know? Like, I don't think it's horrible. With the outfit, it's gonna look better. You're gonna have to watch the next video to see that. Or yeah. So, I don't think it's bad. Like, I definitely think this is how I want to do my brows. So, something's came out of it. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.